Hi everyone, Adriana here, and thanks for joining me here today. Today I have created a very simple layer. It's called Happy Day and it's using the new Elegance collection from Couture Creations. Using the hot foil pen, doing a couple of techniques and using the papers, the ephemera and also the layered dies. This layered die is actually Happy Birthday, but I carefully cut out the word birth because it is attached to underneath that happy, and I thought I could use it in a different way. Happy Day is another way of using a die cut. Using the ephemeras from the collection and also some beautiful foiling with the hot foil pen. This is the 12 by 12 collection kit. It includes 2 of each of the 8 papers, and it also includes an ephemera pack which has 20 different shapes. There's about 10 different shapes and there's two of each. So I'm using these 2 square ones and I'm cutting out carefully the inside of these framed foiled flowery ephemera pieces because they're quite large and they're quite reasonably sized, ready for photographs. So I'm just carefully cutting out the insert with my craft knife, and this is a great way of using these beautiful foiled images as a frame for your photographs. Now you can use these for anything. You can put it inside your cards, you can use it inside for writing on there, you can write and journaling, but I've just used this as a frame for my photos that I'm going to use on my layout. So I'm using 2 pieces of paper. They're the codes from the Elegance collection, and I'm also cut out the second piece of paper. Here is the sheet number 3 and the code is down below in the description. I fuzzy cut out to create a beautiful border, and I've already placed the photos in those frames that I cut out, so they will go in the center there, and I'm going to decorate this lovely pinky colored paper with some stenciling. Now this is a stencil from an old, I don't know where it was from, I had it in my stash. It's quite lovely, and but you can use any stenciling. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to place a bit of a border, sort of just highlighting and just emphasizing a little bit of different textures. So it's just creating a little bit of interest besides having that fuzzy cut beautiful flowers. So using my art station, my all-in-one magnetic art station, I'm using the 12 by 12 one because that's what I need for this huge 12 by 12 layout. So I'm using the Card Deco Coral pigment ink and a blending brush, and I'm placing the stencil where I want the stencil to be, and I'm just carefully just removing some of the excess because it's quite pigmented, these inks. I'm just rubbing a little bit off my brush there so I get just enough ink on that brush, and now I'm just rubbing it over, creating a bit of a stencil outline with this beautiful design. Remembering I do have another video on showing you all the techniques that you can use with the hot foil pen, but this is a very simple one, and using the all-in-one but magnetic artwork station really helps. Now this is the hot foil pen. I have that heated on, and I have a piece of this beautiful foil. It's called the persimmon orange foil, and I have the code down below. It's a gorgeous orangey, and the foil just beautifully blends in beautifully with this color range of these gorgeous papers. Now you'll notice that I've created the stencil on the edge, and I'm placing it over where I actually colored in with my ink, and that will blending in with my ink, and I placed a bit of washi tape on the side there so I can flip it over and place my foil underneath with the color side up, and as you can see I'm just slowly tracing around the outline of that whole stencil. Remembering to go slow, keep your pen upright. I'm using the very fine nib on them, remembering there's 4 different size nibs for the hot foil pen, and I'm using the smallest one out of all of them. So I'm just going through slowly. Now some people have asked me, oh, does the stencil melt? I've actually tested it, and it takes a long time for that stencil to melt. The stencil plastic of all these stencils has to be more durable, and because you're using mixed media with them, you're using paints, you're using a lot of different mediums. This plastic that's used for stencil, you'll find that this nib of the hot foiled stamp, the hot foiling pen, will not melt your stencils. So I'm going through and creating a little bit of an edge around the actual stencil that I actually blended the colour in, just to highlight and just give a little bit of interest onto the page. Just a quick and easy way of using the hot foiling pen. I also use the hot foiling pen to write down a journaling wedding cake on one of the other little ephemera foiled elements, and I'll show you that in a close-up. So you can see how it's beautifully foiled on that side there. So now I'm going to turn it around. Oh, there was a little section there that I missed. So before taking the stencil off, I'm just going to go through and just run that through. And that's really quick and easy of using a little bit of foiling onto your projects. So once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to leave that stencil there, and I'm just going to turn it around and do the other side as well. So you can see once I place my fuzzy cutter out of flowers, it's just a bit of interest on the side. Just a great technique of using the hot foiling pen on your scrapbooking pages. Now I'm going to do the other side here, exactly the same way. And the magnets that are hold down your projects, really hold down. They're very firm magnets, so they really help. So you can see I'm just turning it around and lining it up to where I shaded in before, and then placing the ruler down, magnetic ruler, to hold the actual paper down, and then I'm using the 4 magnets to hold down the stencil, and then placing a piece of foil underneath once I'm ready to do that. The foil will stay there once with all the magnets on there. So just a great technique of using the hot foiling pen, and also some beautiful foils, heat activated foils from Couture Creations. Now once I've done that, I'm placing the edge here, I'm placing the fuzzy cut flowers, and also layering the photos and adding the ephemera pieces from another ephemera pack, because this collection has 2 ephemeras. One is the foiled ephemera pack, which has 20 pieces, and the other ephemera pack has 114 different flowers and leaves included in another pack. So they will work beautifully with these papers. So that's my layout there, real close up there. You will notice that I've also foiled the word Wedding Day 2020 down the bottom there. I also added some more stenciling. I thought there was not enough texture in the background, so I just used a bit more stenciling around the flowers once I laid them, the cluster in the middle of my layout. Just a few close-ups of my layout. So I hope you liked my layout. That's the Wedding Day 2020. I did that freehand with the hot foiling pen and the beautiful persimmon orange heat activated foil. This is the collection pack with the 20 different foiled ephemeras. Great for cards, journaling and scrapbook layout. For more information, please visit CoutureCreations.com.au. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give a big like. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below. Also, subscribe to my channel. I have a new video here once a week. Thanks a lot for joining me here today. I'll catch you around soon. Bye for now.